Hi everybody, I'm Paul Tran. Welcome to Learning Unplugged. Acoustic music, acoustic learning, by which we mean learning with no technology. What we do on Learning Unplugged is we take a look at some simple, effective ways of helping us to think and do things differently. So let's put the mandolin down for a moment. What we're going to take a look at this time is something that's really important when we're starting a new role or if we're starting in an organisation. We're going to take a look at some simple, effective ways of creating and maintaining your personal brand. My personal brand. It's what people think about us and say about us when we leave the room or the virtual call. And our job is to make sure that we have a good idea what it is, and that we want to make sure that we lead people towards thinking about our brand in the way we want them to. So we're going to take a look at 4 really good steps in which we can do this. The first step is, first of all, make sure that your brand has some kind of positive appeal. Will it make people feel good? Will it make them remember you for the right reasons? Does it have a nice mix of warmth and competence? Maybe a little bit of humility in there too. Your brand has to have some positive appeal. People have to associate it with good feelings. What can you do to create that? The second step is to make sure your personal brand has a little bit of congruence. And by congruence, what we mean is what you say, what you do matches your brand. Now you've got to be really careful with this because we're out and about traveling, we're in public, and we're working too, and we're on social media. So let's make sure that your brand's congruent so that wherever you are, you're happy living your brand. We all think of brands that aren't congruent. We all have a view. Make sure your brand is congruent. The third step is to give your brand a little bit of dedication. You've really got to commit to living your brand, to working your brand. Your brand takes time to develop, so sometimes you've got to play the long game with this. But it shows. And be able and willing to tweak your brand slightly when circumstances make you do that too. Make sure you're dedicated to your brand. So there's 3 simple steps there. Your brand needs positive appeal, it needs congruence, and it also needs a little bit of dedication. The 4th step is something that a lot of people forget. Your brand needs visibility. How many of you know some really gifted, talented people who aren't getting the recognition they deserve? They're just not visible enough. Their brand isn't visible enough. So have a think about how you can keep your brand visible, whether that's in a phone call, a business meeting, a pitch, or just if you're on your various social media platforms. And make sure people are aware of your brand, they know what it is, and put that together with the other 3 steps. So there you have it. Make your brand visible, be dedicated to it. Make sure your brand is congruent with the way you act, the way you behave, the way you speak, and make sure it has some positive appeal so that people associate your brand with some kind of good feeling. And if you think about those 4 steps and put them into action, you'll get a brand that's recognised, remembered for all the right reasons. And that's going to help you with whatever you want to do. So give that a go. Let me know how you get on in the comments below. And if you want to know a little bit more about Learning Unplugged or my work in general, take a look at the website, which is ptps.co.uk, or you can take a look at the YouTube channel, which is Paul Tran Trainer. Have a great time creating, managing, developing your personal brand. And I'll see you soon on the next Learning Unplugged.